up, It Girls? It's your girl, Britney Shields, and welcome to the It Girl podcast. My It Girl co-host this week is West Hollywood's favorite ginger, Mary Kate Lohan.
Hi.
Hi, doll. How are you?
I'm so amazing. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm literally so happy that you're here. When I was dreaming up this podcast, obviously I listened to your podcast, She's on the Radio.
Thank you.
With Alex Leeming.
Thank you.
Yes.
Plug.
And you are a total pop culture girly, so I was like,
yes.
Gotta have her on the pod.
You know, I spend a lot of time looking at my phone, so I'm very aware of what's going on in pop culture.
Yes. So I know that you are a housewife girly for sure.
Bravo head down.
Bravo head down. And then on your podcast, what you guys would do is you would always choose like a different album and then go track by track and do an analysis of it.
Yes, it's called She's on the Radio. In each episode, we have a different album that we just kind of like dissect in our own way. We have absolutely no knowledge on music or the music industry or like what makes good music besides like, I like this song. Yeah. And that's what a lot of the pod is about.
I love that. Isn't it so great to not technically be an expert, but to be an expert?
Yes.
That's why.
Like, who decides who's an expert?
Absolutely.
If you have a mic in your hand, I think you're an expert.
You're an expert. I mean, listen, straight men do it all the time. So, like, I think it's time to take the power back.
Take their mics.
Give us the mic, and let's get on the radio.
Hashtag pass the mic.
Hashtag pass the mic. Now, are there any albums from this year that are standouts so far?
Ooh, from this year, I'm really, it hasn't even come out yet, but I already know it's like a smash.
Yes.
The new Lorde album.
Yeah, I know. I knew you were going to say that.
I'm sorry. I'm a Lorde girl. I'm a solar power defender.
You are.
I am.
Really?
I am. I'm sorry. I am.
No, I recently reconnected with a college friend and they defend solar power boots down.
College friends tend to do that.
Yes. They really hold your feet to the fire, you know?
Yeah.
Is that where you met Alex?
No, Alex and I met, she's from Canada and we met in LA during that whole pandemic thing that happened.
Oh, sure.
And we found out that we were like...
Wait, how did you meet during the pandemic?
Well, okay.
Were you social gathering?
Cut that out. Okay, every single camera in the room. There's 17 cameras on us at all times. So we met like right before the pandemic and discovered that we were next door neighbors at a party. And then the world shut down and we were like right next to each other. So we would like go on social distance, 6 feet walk. And that's how like we just like bonded through that. Through that collective trauma.
I love that. Now I know the pod is on pause, but I want it to, this is my plea to have it come back.
Confronting me on the air.
I know, yeah. Like literally put you on the spot. So you have to start it back up.
You know, everyone's kind of asking. You're like the third person that's asked me like, what the hell is up?
Yeah. I mean, for real.
We just, you know, we started it in COVID. Like it's been going on for like 4 or 5 years. Right. And I think we just needed a break. Like we just needed to like recalibrate and like
totally,
I don't know, see where we're both at. It's definitely coming back. Like it's not, I'm still paying the Podbean subscription, mama. So it's still there. The stream is still there.
Well, it took me a while. I didn't even realize you had a pod for the longest time, and then somebody brought it up and I was like, oh. And there's literally like 5 years of episodes.
See, that's the thing is we don't promote it that much. Like we literally, because all we would do is sit around and talk to each other, and we had nothing to do. We didn't have jobs. We were like, should we just like record this?
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in my life.
Yes, it's where a lot of people are at with podcasts.
Yeah. Well, and did you also know? So I did this GLAAD like media training thing where they said that 80% of podcasts are by conservatives. And so
what does that mean, a bi conservative?
Like it's like a conservative voice.
You mean
why?
You mean bi?
Oh, like a bisexual conservative is what you thought?
Everyone's bi.
80% bisexual conservatives have podcasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's made by conservative, and you know
80%.
80%.
That's scary.
I guess I should look into that statistic before repeating it.
No,
on this pod that's being listened to by millions.
Who's GLAAD told you that?
GLAAD told me that.
I think I believe that.
I believe it. And we're starting that rumor now. And I think also with, you know, the LGBT suicide lifeline being cut, I just sort of feel like it's important for all of us to just like be out there, be
100%.
on, especially if you feel like comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
Where are you with your drag journey? How did you find Mary Kate?
I found Mary Kate. She's always lived in me. When I was a child, I was obsessed with the Olsen twins, and I would walk around telling people to call me Mary Kate.
Really? So
when it came to like choosing a name, it felt like the name was already in me, it just like as soon as I put a wig on, it was like it's Mary Kate Lohan.
She's there.
Because like she's a socialite. Like she's your best friend.
Yes.
She's everything. Like.
Absolutely.
And I've been doing drag for a little over 2 years now. Sorry, I just looked at the picture of Taylor Swift behind you.
Oh yeah, we've got a Swiftie.
You're
here to
whenever I see her, I just kind of get distracted.
No, I love it. And you're here to balance out the Swiftie hate that we got on the last episode. Did you hear Karma?
Of course. And I rolled my eyes.
Yes, of course. As all Swifties do. I mean, you must be used to those kinds of attacks.
Yeah, I'm constantly having to defend her.
Sure.
And it's just like part of it. I've been a fan for so long that I'm like, I'm fine to defend her, and she's easy to defend. I'm like, well, I'm sorry.
That's how I've always felt about Britney.
Yeah,
you go to battle for these women who have saved your life,
exactly.
And you have no qualms about rising to the cause.
And it's like they're two of the most famous women in the world. Like they don't need our defending, and it's like for me to karma Smize, I'm like,
I know
Taylor's fine. She's got lawyers.
A lot. She's got a lot of lawyers.
My podcast actually used to be a Taylor Swift podcast.
Really?
When we first started it. Yeah, it used to be called Swifter Than Fiction.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Literally kill me.
Is that how you and Alex first bonded? You were like, we love
We
Taylor.
definitely, that was one of the things we bonded over, because we are both like Swifties beyond. We both saw the Eras tour. I saw it twice. Alex saw it 3 times.
Oh my god! How do you afford that? I'm sorry to dive right to finances, but
in massive credit card.
Okay, relatable. Relatable.
Yeah. And it's all because of Taylor Swift. It's all because of this billionaire. She's put me into massive debt.
Oh my god! And you still defend her, and
I
yet
will.
you still
I will
defend her. Now I do want to get back to Mary Kate though, because I have to imagine that you were a fan of the adventures of Mary Kate and Ashley growing up.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Solving the crime before bedtime.
Oh,
or is that what it is? What do they say?
I have no idea. That was. I know that I watched them growing up, but it wasn't like the thing that hit me culturally. Okay. Was there a specific episode or DVD, I guess I should say?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think Passport to Paris was amazing.
Yes. Yeah. That's That's the one that immediately comes to my mind, and I don't even know all the names off the top of my head.
I was like one of those kids growing up being like, why can't I be a fucking twin? Like,
yes.
I want to be a twin.
Oh, yes. Me too.
And so, like, that's why I love Lindsay and Parent Trap. I was like, that's amazing. Yes. And I love the Olsen twins. So, like, that's amazing. It's like, I wish I had a friend. I think a lot of maybe, like...
I wish I had a friend. That just hit me so deeply.
I think it was... Well, I'm trying to, like, trace it back as, like, why I wanted to be a twin. I think it was, like, growing up gay and lonely. Like, you wanted... like a built-in friend, because that's what like a twin is, or I guess I don't know. For them it seemed
that is
like Dylan and Cole Sprouse, like they had a built-in friend. Like you didn't have to like try to like make a friend.
I'm literally having an Oprah aha moment right now.
Oh my god. Is she up here?
She's got to be up here somewhere. I haven't memorized the board yet.
I'm kind of wow. There's a lot of ladies up here.
There's a lot of ladies up here. Shout out to Zach Colonna on this amazing board here. I'm so obsessed.
It's like every it girl you can imagine. And
it
then
is.
Some.
And by the way, Britney is not up here because
why?
I'm the Britney here. I'm the Britney here.
You didn't even want one picture of her?
No, well, I didn't make that decision. Somebody else made that decision.
Okay.
You know, the higher ups.
The higher up. It's above you.
It's above me. It's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
Being 0. So, somebody else made that choice. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy. Yeah. I think she's happy with less exposure.
I think she wants
choosing her own exposure.
She's trying to take a step back from the spotlight, it seems.
She has turned off comments, which I'm very excited about for her.
Yeah.
Now you're performing tonight.
Yes.
You are a regular now at Annie Biotixx's free clinic.
It's more like I'm a regular in Annie Biotixx's DMs being like, put me on the show, put me on the show, put me on the show. And she's like, get away from me.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I do perform there a lot. It is an amazing space for new performers, seasoned performers, wherever you're at in your performance space, I love the idea of an open stage.
Yes.
It's like we both got our start under Tony Soto.
Oh my
I
God.
got my first performance was Battle Babies.
It was.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever performed.
No way.
Yeah, I forgot how I started this sentence and why I went this way.
We were talking about open stages.
Oh,
You
yes.
love
Yes,
the
yes,
fact
yes.
the idea of there being an open stage.
Yes.
Which go on because I completely relate.
Yeah, and a lot of the open stages fall under the umbrella of a competition, which is
Mm-hmm.
fierce in its own way. But the free clinic open stage is just like, come as you are, do what you want. Well, there's always a theme each week, so it's like within the confines of the theme.
Right.
But it's like amazing just to like have a space to like do what you want.
Right.
Wherever you are in your journey.
And to take that competition element out of it, where it's like, I just want to go and do my best.
Because sometimes the competitions just don't make it fun. Like if you like you can come and have an amazing number and like you don't win and it takes the fun out of it.
Absolutely.
And
I had a couple of those. Battle Babies.
And it shouldn't always be about that, because it's like those competitions are very much like however many friends you bring.
Yeah.
And it's
like, and how many drinks they buy.
Yeah.
How rich are your friends? How much of alcoholics are they?
Yeah. So it just like takes the fun out of like the drag performing for me.
I know. Yeah. And all my friends are sober now. So it's like, girl, I'm not winning that.
I know. And trying to get them to the club at like 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, exactly.
One of my coworkers said that they were going to DM Tony Soto because they like how all drag queens, for people who don't know, drag queen shows will like advertise that it starts at 9 p.m. and that show will not start until 10:30 p.m. 11 maybe.
I know.
So but none of my like not drag friends understand that.
Yeah.
So like he wanted to DM Tony Soto and be like, you need to start your show on time. I was like,
oh my
please
God.
don't do that. Please don't do that.
Oh my God. Is your friend my husband? Because when we did 2024 Wrapped, he was like, Britney, it's 10 and you said the show started at 9. Like people are waiting. Like he was like, hurry it up. Like,
it's like,
get on the stage.
You guys don't understand. Like the time on the flyer is our call time. That's what people in the audience have to understand.
And they don't. And you know what?
And
Let's
never
keep them waiting.
Yeah.
Now I do remember when I because I met you at Battle Babies, that show that you're talking about with Tony Soto at Stash, RIP in West Hollywood.
RIP Stash.
RIP Stash. But when I heard Mary Kate Lohan come over that microphone, I was like, immediately the spiritual strike that I felt of like, this is a sister.
Yes.
You know what I was like?
Yes.
I was like, that name is like Britney Shields, Mary Kate Lohan. I was like, these people are related.
Yes.
These people are absolutely related, you know?
Agree.
And then I saw the performance and now I can't believe that was your first one because you came out kicking, literally kicking.
I think I had been performing. I tried to do the acting thing. I tried to do the stand-up thing.
Oh, you did?
And I literally, but it just like nothing clicked. Like it never felt right going up on stage.
Right.
And then I was drunk at Stash one night, saw a sign for Battle Babies, and I said, I should try drag. And then I did, and then it's literally just been go ever since. It just like felt correct. Yeah. Like when I stepped on stage for the first time. Yeah.
Just drinking too late at night.
Exactly.
It'll happen to you. Be careful. Be careful. The last thing I wanted to talk to you about was I feel like
the last thing. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. No. The last question I have for you for this segment is that the other thing that I've noticed about you and me, like,
I can't wait,
is like the way that we talk is so California.
Oh,
like we are true like Alaska Thunderfuck. Like we talk in that same way.
People say that. Where are you from?
I'm from Georgia.
And I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah, we should not.
It's like, is it just gay?
No, I think it's the way that we're like, yeah. Like we should do that.
Yeah.
You know, and we should like go and have an event. Like that'd be really cool. I like that.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. People say that to me all the time, that I sound like I'm from LA, and I'm like, no, I'm just dumb and gay.
No, but that's LA. LA, dumb and gay.
Exactly.
Here we are. Yeah. Anyways, I was just like, sister. Sister.
I thought you were gonna say like something about our performance style. I'm like,
no, just the way we
both
talk.
Funny.
Yeah. No, you also do a lot of pop culture. You do a lot of topical.
Yeah, we
you do
are
a lot.
similar,
You are in the same vein of me in
Yeah.
terms of performance
aesthetic
as well, I would say. But I did have to comment on the vocal fry because we both have it.
People are gonna be like, which bitch is talking?
Exactly. They're not gonna know.
Watch the video, not just the audio.
Which, by the way, I'm dressed in the spirit of Sabrina Carpenter as an homage to Karma's It Girl last week.
I wonder if you're gonna dress up as my It Girl next week.
I wonder. We'll see what I have in budget.
I don't think
it's
you can.
all based on my budget, which is 0 right now. So I'm literally just pulling things from the closet. But anyways, I do want to get to our It Girls of the week. So on the count of 3, we are going to say our It Girl,
I'm
and
scared.
then,
I'm scared.
You're scared? Good.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I think a podcast is good when there's like a little fear,
in the room.
You know, just like a little fear in the room that you feel when you're listening. You're like, what are they gonna say? And I'm hoping, my real hope is that people are guessing in the car as they're saying this.
But who the It Girl's gonna be?
Who the It Girl's gonna be. Okay, so ready? 3, 2, 1.
Zoran
Oh my god. My first match. My first match.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I was like, you know what? Maybe it'll never happen. You know, like
episode 2.
Episode 2.
We've got a match.
We got it.
Wait,
Wow.
not to break the fourth wall, but did you know, producer, that we both had the same answer?
Wow. She didn't tell me. I choose to not be told.
Okay.
Oh Full body chills, she says. Full body chills.
Okay. Obsessed. I mean,
yeah. What can we say about this?
In New York.
Absolutely.
Like, yes.
Come on, New York.
I've never lived in New York. I never voted in New York, but I am feeling good, mama.
Absolutely.
Like, wow.
We needed something.
We needed hope.
We needed
hope. Like, we were begging for it.
Absolutely.
And wow, it just felt so good. I feel so happy for New York.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like New York and LA obviously have been in the headlines a lot recently. Yeah. And it really does feel like we are kind of the cities that are like the flagship cities, you know, leading the charge on a lot of these like issues that we're going through right now.
Yeah.
So it feels really good for them to like have a win. And what I also want to say is that like the progressive movement is so strong and so like I really appreciate this momentum. And to all my friends who are centrists and moderates, like I hope that we can get on board for the primaries for the presidential thing of whoever it is. I will knock on any door. I knocked on all the doors for Kamala. I will knock on any door to prevent what is currently going on, which is why I went so hard for Kamala. Yeah. But, you know, the progressive movement is ready to fight. Yes. And if you're a moderate that's sitting at home and not going to knock on doors and not going to call for a candidate, like a lot of you did for this past election, like progressives will do it for their candidates. Like if it's a platform and a cause that we care about, sorry, I'm like going on a whole monologue. But if it's a platform or a cause that we care about, like we have the energy, we have the drive, like we want to help working class people live better lives. Like it's not just about like, you know, paying mortgages or anything. It's like paying for food and rent and like literally having families not be torn apart. Yeah. Which, by the way, fuck ICE. I wish I had said that on the first podcast. I don't know why we danced around it, but I want to say fuck ICE and fuck everything that's happening in this city. So sorry, I didn't mean to go on that huge rant.
You are so right. Like we need fighters because they certainly have fighters and they are coming for us. Like, make no mistake. Like, absolutely. They have already come for people. Like, they are coming for us. We need people that are going to be fighting, not that are trying to play like politically correct and like try to like play to the center, play to moderate. Like, no. Yeah. Like, we need fighters that are going to go hard for us.
Absolutely.
And now I'm like, LA next. Like, we need like our iconic person.
Absolutely. And like a lot of people are like, you know, fearful about a woman running again, or, you know, and I think something I want to say to that is that like just because someone is a woman or a person of color, it might be progressive of America to vote for that person, but that doesn't automatically make that person a progressive candidate. 100%. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Kamala's policies, her 2020 platform was much more progressive, but her 2024 platform was not.
Yeah.
And people felt that. I knocked on doors for her. I made calls. I still don't know what an opportunity economy is. Like, it sounds like a marketing buzzword that we came up in a think tank room.
Yeah.
We need to get super PACs out of
100%.
out of politics. We need to get money out of politics. I cannot believe that they put up Cuomo of all people.
I know. It's like, it's literal super villain vibes. Like,
Yeah.
it feels crazy.
It feels
I could
crazy.
not believe that he was running for mayor. Mayor? You
Yeah.
want to be mayor? The audacity of people that are running for mayor, like Rick Caruso when he ran for mayor here.
Yes.
It's like, you run the Cheesecake Factory. Like, get away from us. Like, we don't want you.
Absolutely.
Not that I'm obsessed with Karen Bass, but like,
Yes, I know. We've got issues there too.
yeah, but
Yeah. What I was also going to say is Newsom, like,
yeah.
we have this like love-hate relationship with him. Like, but
Sure.
the fact that he's like backtracked on trans rights and other things, it's like, that is not going to make me get up off the couch and go fight for this person. Obviously, I would choose him over what we are currently dealing with. But like, it sucks to have to compromise on like human rights and like,
but
we're
it's
not
like,
gonna,
what are we? The centrists aren't winning. They're
Yeah.
not winning. So what? We're compromising for what?
for
like,
what? For what?
You want to scream at us, vote blue no matter who, but then like,
Yes,
you want to
yes,
like
yes.
shit all over like someone who's more like to the left, and
Right.
like,
And to deny the like momentum.
yeah,
You know, and Bernie has been building this platform since 2016. Like this,
For
like
sure.
this message of, you know, take like the 1% do not need this money. The 1% do not need this money. The
No.
1% do not need this money.
No.
It's like, that is such a clear cut message that has been going strong for 8 years plus now. Like, I don't know what the moderate, like, it's the message is just not clear. An opportunity economy is not doing it for me.
No.
Sorry to rag on Kamala so much because I still do wish she would have won. And
obviously, of course, like,
obviously, of course. And there are some, you know, little conspiracy theories out there that say, you know, maybe she did win, but, you know, because of
the
certain
election was
counties.
stolen.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Know that.
Thank you. Thank you. Why have we not heard about the assassination attempt ever again? I don't know. I don't know.
God.
I feel like we should hear about that. Anyways, sorry. Did you know you were coming on a political podcast?
I'm sitting behind a desk as
Yes,
a political pundit.
Absolutely. Welcome to Weekly
CNN.com.
Update. Yeah, and I always struggle with this because like I do want this podcast to provide a certain level of escapism, you know?
For
like,
sure.
And I don't want to necessarily comment on like every mass shooting is a tragedy. Everything is so heavy these days. I do want to make sure to provide some levity, but it is just, it's nice to have a win.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a win.
And
And I'm happy
is-
to celebrate wins.
That is levity, to like be able to like engage in politics and like not feel this overmounting dread.
Yeah.
Because now something good has happened, and it's like showed us that like, oh, good things can happen. Like, good people can win.
Yeah.
This can happen.
Absolutely. And I love how he partnered with, God, what's the other guy's name? The one that they
Brad Lander.
Brad Lander. Thank you for being educated. Brad Lander. I love that they worked together and they were like,
Yes.
listen, we just have to work together to make sure this
This
guy
guy.
is defeated. Remember the
Yeah.
one who like, I mean, what was the thing with the hospital beds and during COVID and all of that? I mean, obviously the
know,
sexual
but-
allegations and everything, but
Yeah.
it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Literally.
And to say, you know, we will not have Jewish people and Muslim people divided, I thought was such a great message from both of them.
Yes,
so I'm
I
really
agree.
happy that they
Yeah.
teamed up on that and
Yeah.
made that message very clear and continue to make that message very clear.
Say that.
Say that. Wow, look at us.
Have you seen that like edit on TikTok from like the New York debate? And it's like to Holler Back Girl, but it's like
No.
the name is Mondani. AFDA. Like,
Yes.
it's like,
Yes. This
you literally, when you said like the it girl of the moment, I was like, well, let me just
Uh-huh.
look at TikTok and see like who everyone's talking about.
exactly.
Just like all 10 videos that I watched were like all about him. And so I'm like, It's the it girl.
It's amazing how last week I was like, I'm not really sure who it is. Last week was a little more unclear, but this week was one of those weeks where you were like,
100%.
okay, clear. Yeah. This is the girl like that we're all talking about.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I love, of course, you would have that like niche video reference of like, Gwen Stefani. I live.
It's amazing.
I'm not. I wish I want to get into TikTok, but I'm not.
Oh, okay.
And I know it's even closer to the pulse than Instagram.
You don't want to be on there, I will say. It's an addiction that I have not been able to kick.
Yeah.
I find myself scrolling on there for like 4 hours a day. It's like sick.
Sick.
I can't stop.
I know. Do you have a lot of followers on TikTok or like do you post videos there? Do you post your performances? Like what's your vibe?
I post sometimes, not as much as I should, and I don't have a lot of followers. I think I have like 2,000 or 3,000 or something. And a lot of what I post is me not in drag and just me talking shit to camera.
As you do.
Yeah. And then every once in a while I'll like post a drag. I'll like remember, like, oh, you should post your actual art, not just you,
right.
Not just you in bed talking about Sheena Shea from Vanderpump Rules. Yeah. Like,
do you hate
Sheena? I love Sheena.
You love Sheena?
I have a soft spot in my heart for all of the original cast members of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah. How are you loving the Valley like everybody else?
Yeah.
You are.
Chris and Dodie should have been made, girl. Sorry, I'm Donnie. We
can talk about our runner-ups. Also, I want to say, like, last week, I did want to say Tucker Carlson taking down Ted Cruz, but there was just something in me that could not make my first it girl ever Tucker Carlson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, I saw that clip and I was like, you both suck.
Too late.
You
Too
literally
late.
both suck. Like, yeah. I don't care.
I know. All these, I am living for the Republicans waking up. I'm a little surprised that it's the Iran war that is like making everybody like change their tune. I'm like,
sure.
What? Oh, this?
Yeah.
This is the final
This is
straw?
what you guys
like I'm like surprised. I'm like, there are so many other things where I'm like, I thought you cared about this. Like I thought you cared about children. I thought you cared about family.
They don't care about anything. They have worms for brains. They literally just like they don't care about anything.
Well, they've been hijacked by this like Nazi movement. I'm so sorry, but
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
So sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. But you have been hijacked by the Nazi
you have been hijacked by the Nazi party. Yikes! Tried to warn you, and I'm sorry about that. Well, cool. Should we get to our
cool? Awesome.
Cool. On that note, should we get to our niche girls?
I literally would love to.
Okay.
Is this a 1, 2, 3 situation?
No,
too,
this is not 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And you know what I found about this, because there have been several niche girls that I've fallen in love with this week, where I'm like, you know, we're gonna just talk about the top of mind niche girls. You can have as many as you want.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I no longer want to. You can rank them if you want.
I have to tell you, I do only have one.
You do? Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
But I'll think of some more as we talk.
I can't figure out a way of like not making everything a game.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like that's just like how my brain is.
Okay.
Coded. Okay, so let's start with your niche girl of the week.
My niche girl of the week is Rachel Zegler.
Yes. Great choice.
I am obsessed with what is going on at the West End.
Yes.
Her as Ava Perón singing at the balcony to all the Londoners on the street. Like, she is a generational talent.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with her. I have been a fan of her since
Snow White. Just kidding.
Since I saw her in Snow White.
Yeah. Is she the one in Snow White?
She's the one in Snow White.
She is the one in Snow White.
And you better believe I was in my 4 hours a day on TikTok when people were posting hate videos about her. I was in the comment section of every single one, be like, Rachel Zegler is amazing. You don't know anything about culture. You don't know anything about talent.
An ally.
And now she's back on top.
She's back on top.
People were posting when like the Snow White thing was happening. Like all of her haters were like, her career's over. She's never gonna book another role again. And like now she's literally like in the West End, probably gonna do the Broadway transfer.
Oh wow, really?
It's major.
So you're tapped into the whole like Broadway culture of it all.
Like, I'm tapped in enough. I have no idea what Evita is about. So I've never. I mean, I know it's about Ava Perón, but I've never seen that movie or play or whatever.
You haven't. That's okay. I saw Showgirls for the first time, and it was my It Girl Who Got Away last week. So you know, like, it's never too late to watch the classics. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. I'm too busy watching like Vanderpump Rules that I'm like, literally anytime that I sit down to like watch something on TV, it is always a Bravo show.
Yeah.
I have such a hard time watching like real things. But anyways,
we
Rachel
digress.
Zegler is amazing.
And you know what I was going to say about that, the whole thing, the Snow White thing, not to go all the way back to that, but like
let's bring it back.
What is true about our media culture is attention is attention is attention is attention. Like when people are saying your name, people are saying your name. People like whether it's good or bad or ugly, beautiful, like you're on the tongue. Yeah. You know, and 100%. that if you are able to mentally stick it out, which it seems like she's done, and she's been able to sort of rise above all of that. Yeah. I mean, that I can't imagine. That's got to be a difficult time period that she'll write about in a memoir one day. I'm sure. I think. I wonder if it really affected her or not, or like she was like, honey, the check's so big and it's already clear. I wish I was like that. I know it would affect me. Yeah. How would you be? I think it's hard to tell. Like she's such on like a high with being like the star of a Disney movie. She was already in talks to do Evita. Yeah. Like she was such at a career high. Right. Which I'm not yet. I'll say confidently I'm not at a career high yet. I know. And that's okay. So, but I think if I was like at a career high, I wonder if it would affect me. I'm sure probably. I think it would affect me no matter where I was. Yeah. I'm so sensitive. Not to give that away for the online haters like who think they can get under my skin. You can't, okay? I have a tough skin. We know. We know. I'm sorry. I'm not really a reading drag queen. I know. Like, no, I'm not really either. I'm more of a like read me and I'll laugh about it. Yeah, we're both just sweethearts. We really are. That's our problem. We really are the what is that called? The sweetheart? It's not even. I don't feel like I'm Miss Congeniality. You know what I mean? Sure. I won't say that I'm that, but I'm definitely what you're saying, which is
West Hollywood sweetheart.
Sweetheart. Yeah. Gosh.
I'm definitely what you're saying.
I'm definitely what you're saying. We're definitely like kind queens. Yeah. You know, which I love, and we need more of that in West Hollywood.
We need more kind queens.
We do need in this economy. Come on,
we gotta be nice to each other.
We gotta be nice to each other. I do appreciate a read, but come on.
I know, but like,
don't. Let's be sisters.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, don't read me though.
Don't read me.
Like read you can't the other girls, but I for sure can.
I was like, how are you doing it? You're friends with Patio.
I know.
Yeah, like she's like a reading queen.
I know, and sometimes I'm like, Patio, stop! Like you're being too much.
Like you've crossed a line.
you've crossed boundaries now.
I know,
and now we haven't talked in months.
I know.
I'm just kidding.
Can I tell you? My mom listened to the Karma episode, and she was like, I did not like the way she spoke to you, and I was like, Mom, it's all good.
Oh my God.
We are friends.
Well, Mother Shields, I would never speak to Britney like that.
Thank you. Yeah, she's gonna love you.
She was sweet, but I hated her drag.
Speaking of moms, my niche girl of the week is Smize and Dream ice cream. What? Do you know what this is?
The fuck is that? What?
Tyra Banks' mom has opened up an ice cream shop in Sydney, Australia.
What?
And it's the most Tyra way. She campaigned and promoted for her mom's ice cream shop. She went out on the street in these couture outfits with billboard signs that said, "Everyone look at me." And it just was like her holding the sign. Pure camp. That woman.
Was she outside the ice cream store?
No. We had no idea before it was announced. We had no idea what's going on. What is this for? And the back of the sign said something like, "I'm here because of Mama Carolyn." And we're all like piecing together, like, what is happening? Like, what's the plot? You know, like Tyra likes to keep us guessing. You know, she'll faint in the middle of a scene and we'll be like, oh my God, are you okay? And she's like, that was acting. Mm-hmm. You know, like she is just, that never leaves her. Like, it's so fast. And then when the final reveal was that her mom has opened this ice cream shop called Smize and Dream. Not even, I added the ice cream, by the way. It's not Smize and Dream ice cream. It's just Smize and Dream.
Do they sell other things besides ice cream?
No.
Interesting.
But it's like the most glamorous ice cream shop you could possibly...
In Sydney? Is that what you said?
In Sydney. Like it'd be one thing if this was like in their hometown or like... you know, somehow connected to America.
Sure. Somehow connected.
Or like, how did we get over to Sydney? Like, and why Sydney? Like, are we like, has Tyra already left the coop? Has she given up on America?
Like,
you know?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes. And Ellen DeGeneres, you know.
Has Ellen DeGeneres fled?
Yeah. Oh, girl, she fled. She fled a long time ago.
Oh my God. These rich lesbians.
I know.
Ellen, Rosie, and Tyra.
Which I was actually going to say my other niche girl was Margaret Cho came forward recently saying that Ellen was never nice to me, even before all the
I saw that.
You did see that?
Yeah.
I was like, yikes.
Wow.
Yikes.
I
And
mean,
my other niche
believe
one.
it.
What?
I said, I mean to believe it. Ellen's a monster.
I know.
She was rude to me when I was on the show.
Was she? No.
Yeah, when I was a guest on the show.
You were a guest on the show?
No, I wasn't. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry, I was
God.
lying.
Not me being so gullible.
As soon as you believed that, I was like, oh, this isn't funny anymore.
you were like, I can't do it. I can't read her. I can't call her the dumbest bitch ever. No, you dumb bitch. Can't believe you believed me, idiot.
No, I've never interacted with Ellen.
Yeah, I have a hard time truly canceling Ellen just because of the
She's a
gross.
lesbian?
No. Just because of the gross standard between men and women. Like, I just have a hard time canceling a woman because she was mean when we have all these men running for office that have sexual assault. You know, it's like,
sure.
Like, what are we doing? Oh, and y'all are campaigning hard for him, and Bill Clinton is sponsoring this person, and we're dumping tons of, not to go back to the Mamdani of it all, but like, you know, what are we doing?
Yeah, you know what? Ellen should run for president. We should do a full 180 on this situation.
Yes.
Get her attitude in the White House. It's like she's not made for daytime TV. She's like too hard.
She's
of a
made to
woman.
bomb Iran.
Sure.
yeah.
I don't think we want.
No,
bombs.
we don't want bombs.
Yeah,
we don't want bombs.
for sure, and we don't want Ellen to drop them either.
We don't want.
They would be like Ellen branded bombs.
Yeah.
Like, you know how her underwear.
Oh my God.
You know how Ellen's
you are
underwear?
Stupid. You are so stupid.
We are one election cycle away from that.
We are.
Vote for Ellen in 2020.
Hey, listen, the primaries are coming.
Yes.
Well, I can't believe it's already that time. But we are at the time to get to our It Girls Who Got Away.
Oh my God.
I put you on the spot for the niche girl. Do you want me to go first for the It Girl Who Got Away? Or are you feeling passionate?
I think, why don't you go first?
Okay, work.
Britney Shields. What is this? Oh, the It Girl That Got Away, and your time starts now.
My It Girl Who Got Away is the web series Very Mary Kate by Elaine Carroll from 10 years ago. It is such a gem. It is like out of this world. It's before TikTok and all of that. It is 2-minute videos following the journey of Mary Kate, branching out on her own, moving into her own apartment that is next door to her sister Ashley. She has some of the most iconic lines. This series needs your attention immediately.
30 seconds.
It has things like, I want a bagel, but just a picture of it. And, brr, I'm cold. And, bodyguard. I'm just so obsessed with it. Elaine Carroll, never got her full roses for that. I feel like if it came out today, she would be getting a full Amazon series special based on how genius this was. It was little clips, but it also was a broader story that was being told about independence and
that's
glamour.
1 minute.
Yes, go watch it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you brought that up.
Yes, I know.
My gosh, that is like one of the things that I forget that existed, and then I'm reminded about it every 7 years.
Yes.
It was comedic genius.
And
you're right, she would have 7 million followers on TikTok. Mary Kate would be commenting, and they would do collabs together.
Absolutely, she would have brand deals. She would be doing the whole thing. She really laid the groundwork for what TikTok is today.
100%.
Yeah, and when you came on, I mean, I have a running list of people I want to revive back into the conversation. But when you came on, I was my brain was just immediately struck with that web series. And it took everything in me to not mention it in the first half of this conversation, because I just I started watching it again in preparation for this. And I was this still slaps.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
And from what I remember, her bodyguard is hot. No?
So hot.
I remember having a crush on him.
He is so hot, and he would be a full blown celebrity
at
this point. So
I wonder, where are they now? Did you check up on her when you were doing your research?
She's still making videos. She's still making videos.
Oh my God.
She's still doing
Thank
it.
God.
But I'm hoping that like with me and others, I'm really gonna save her career. Like I'm really gonna. Not that it needs to. I actually have no idea what state her career is in. I hope it's doing well. But like we should reach out,
get her on the pod.
I absolutely, Elaine Carroll. If you are watching this, I want you here. I want you on the pod. I think you are such a genius, and that show was so ahead of its time.
100%.
So ahead of its time.
Yeah, that show.
It was a show. I mean, it had seasons. Like
it had seasons.
It was literally the type of show where I would like look for the release date.
Yes.
Like I would count down to the release date is coming. Like I need to know what happens next. I need to know the next iteration. Is she having the baby?
Yeah.
Like what's gonna happen next?
I wonder if Mary Kate Olsen ever like watched it herself or was ever like brought to her attention.
She must have. I mean, it brought her name back. Like as at that time. Like now, obviously
she was famous.
She was famous, but it was also she wasn't the it girl at that time. Like it wasn't her like heyday in 2012.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess was it? You
would
because
know better. They were just more like in the paparazzi scene. Like the two of them. Like they were always like smoking cigs. Like, on the, so like they were more just like we didn't know what they were like now because like they didn't do any public things.
Right.
So like she was able to kind of make this Mary Kate persona because we didn't know them on a personal level anymore, but they were still like being paparazzi'd everywhere
and talked about, and we had an idea of what their personality was, but we really didn't know.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me on that because that is so true. That is so correct.
But I'm also like, I love the Olsen twins, so I'm like, they've been the most famous person forever, right? Like everyone's always about that.
I know. Well, they're like in that era of like they'll always Mary Kate. You will never not be famous. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that name. My God.
I wonder if they'll ever like come back and do something.
Well, their sister.
I know.
She seems to be doing really well.
My little sister. Like I look at her so fondly, Elizabeth Olsen. Like I wouldn't say I'm like major like fan of hers, but I'm just like I'm rooting for you, Elizabeth, and I hope you do it for the family.
If you ever have a drag daughter,
name her Elizabeth.
Name her Elizabeth. Truly. I want an Elizabeth Lohan out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Elizabeth
Lohan!
No, just Elizabeth.
Just Elizabeth. Just straight Elizabeth. The one name. Icon status. Yeah. I know. I was thinking, like, if there's a Mary Kate Lohan, does that beg the question that there's an Ashley Lohan out there?
Well, so I like to call my fans Ashleys.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they are the twin that you always wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, that's beautiful. My fans are my friends. And one time I did a number and had backup dancers and I called them the Ashleys.
I love that.
It was Mary Kate and the Ashleys. Yeah.
That is so cunt. I love that is so cute. Okay, so are you ready for your It Girl Who Got Away?
Oh my God, yeah, I forgot. I still have to do that.
I know. It's fun. It's fun. I have no idea what I'm going to say every time. I just know I love it. And
I don't really know what I'm going to say. I mean, I know what I'm going to say, but not really know what I'm going to say.
I know. That's kind of the vibe, right?
It's improv, baby.
Get into
it. You're Groundlings too, right?
Yeah. You did Groundlings?
Yeah, we did.
No way.
We did. Me and Mary Kate did.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
What level
we
did
can
you
talk
get
about
to?
that all the way to the top. Intermediate, whatever the last one is.
Intermediate. Oh, babe. I love that. Intermediate. There's an intermediate, advanced writing lab, and then advanced writing lab.
Okay, I made it to advanced. And then when I wanted to write, they were like, we don't want to see anymore.
We don't want to see
We've actually seen enough.
We're done. We don't want to see the writing. We don't want to see the writing. Okay. I love that. I made it to the top. Intermediate. Like that. That is full. Amazing. But I do think at one point it was intermediate and then you could jump to writing. I do think that they did. So you're not
Let's go back to that.
Groundlings, we've got notes. We've got notes.
Groundlings.
Okay. So finally, let's get to Mary Kate's It Girl Who Got Away. Ready, go.
Amanda Bynes.
Yes. Thank you.
She needed to be protected and we failed her.
Yes.
She is one of the most comedic geniuses that I've ever had the pleasure of watching on my TV.
100%.
We can talk about we can talk about She's the Man. We could talk about What a Girl Wants. We can talk about Sydney White, the Snow White spinoff. Shout out.
Absolutely.
Rachel Zegler.
But maybe revive that.
But what really needs to be shined on is the Amanda Show.
Yes.
Like,
thank you.
What 12-year-old girl do you know
had
her own sketch comedy show on Nickelodeon, one of the major networks.
Oh my God,
and
on it.
like so funny doing. If she was not abused and taken advantage of, she would be like, she would be on SNL with Keenan. She would be like Kristen Wiig level style of comedian, like having like blockbuster movies.
And that's time.
No, start the timer again.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I did not let you know that end timer was coming at all. I was so enthralled. I was so in it with you.
I love her so much.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't, maybe you feel this way with Britney and like everything she's been through, but like it just feels like we lost such a monumental talent.
Yeah.
And something that we did not have to lose. Yeah, like absolutely. She was not protected.
I know.
And it's so, she was so good.
Yeah.
Big Fat Liar? Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, Big Fat Liar.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You watch that. If you watch any of her movies, you will laugh out loud. And I'm not just saying that as a Amanda Bynes fan.
Yeah.
Anyone can watch these movies and they still hold up. She is hilarious. Yeah. She has impeccable comedic timing.
Absolutely.
It is unreal.
Absolutely.
And it breaks my heart every day what happened to her.
Yeah, where I kind of get to it with the Britney of it all as well is I try to think that she's living now not under that pressure of like having to be in that. I mean, we know what it feels like in that improv class where you like have to be funny and have to be quick and you are under that spotlight and you have to, and the intense pressure that she was under doing that at 12 years old, like I hope that she can be in a place where she can look at it and appreciate it and be like, I was great. Yeah. And I don't need to be at that level anymore. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I think how I feel about with Britney is she has given us enough. Mm-hmm. You know, like I have received enough from her. Like she does not need to give me any more.
See, I feel like Amanda just had more to give us. You like did. There was more there for her. Yeah. And it's just so sad. And then one time I saw her at Runyon Canyon walking by herself. Oh. And she looked at peace. Like she did look, but it just was like,
oh my God.
I just looked at her from afar and I was like, Amanda.
She felt it.
She felt it.
She felt the whisper.
She also has her comments turned off on TikTok. But like the way TikTok works is like they can approve comments. So like you can submit comments and they can like say, yeah, that one can be seen. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So every day I'm submitting comments to her.
Oh
being
my
like,
God.
You look amazing, Amanda. You're doing amazing, Amanda. I love the bangs, Amanda.
I love that.
And I dressed up for Halloween one year.
You did?
As Big Fat Liar Amanda.
Big Fat Liar Amanda.
Yeah. Me and Alex Leeming, my podcast host.
She dressed as Frankie
Muniz. Yeah.
Incredible.
Classic.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good. Now you've just had me in my head thinking like, oh my God, if people see me on a hike, what state of mind am I in? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because there have been some hikes where I am not at peace.
No.
You know what I mean? No. And I'm trying to get to peace.
Not. Yeah.
I always think of myself as like, what would I do if I was famous? You know, like, and how would I like react? You know? Yeah. I'm an insane person. That's all I wanted to say there.
I think I would look crazy on a hike because I'm always practicing my lip syncs and I'm like,
yes.
So I'm like, they're like, I'm just like hiking on Runyon, like by myself. Like.
You know, I recognized that I was doing that in the grocery store the other day and somebody was looking at me and I forgot that I was doing it. And I was like, oh, that's why I received that insane look. like I am lip syncing so hard to this song. I'm like performing it for aisle 3.
Yes,
you know, like I am giving it my all.
We're stars. Practice makes perfect.
Practice makes perfect. Mary Kate, thank you so much for coming on to the pod.
Did you have fun? Having me. I had the worst time of my life.
Look at you. Read the podcast.
No, this has been so amazing. I feel so honored to be sitting in this chair.
Absolutely, sister.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And for you guys watching at home, if you want to comment and let me know if we missed anybody, are there any it girls that we didn't mention, such as Brad Pitt missing his opportunity to be gay. That was another one of my niche girls.
What?
He talked about look at me, just continuing the podcast. But he talked about how he missed his window for having a gay experience. And I said, Brad Pitt, no, you did not.
No, you didn't.
I am right here.
I think he's bad though. Didn't he like?
Yeah, you're right. God,
Yeah.
men suck.
Cut that.
Put
in like someone else's name over Brad Pitt.
No, I think this is important for the conversation. I think we all need to like recognize that there are layers. There are so many layers, and we need to be reminded about how terrible men are all the time.
Yes, even the ones in movies.
Even the ones in movies.
Even actors can be bad, you guys.
Even yeah. Crazy. Anyway, so comment, let us know who we missed. Subscribe, and I forget what else I say here, but we'll see you next. That's a great thing to plug. Where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Mary Kate Lohan. I think that's my handle. I think sometimes on some ones there's like an XO after it, so it might be at Mary Kate Lohan XO. It might be
find
not.
her.
We'll do ADR after, and we'll just put in me saying,
yeah,
at Mary Kate Lohan.
Absolutely.
You can also find me at Rocco's most Thursdays, stalking Annie Biotixx.
Yes, all of us.
Dr. Annie Biotixx.
Doctor. She earned that doctorate.
She did.
She really did.
And that's it.
That's it.
I guess.
And that's very Mary Kate.
That's Mary Kate Lohan.
That's Mary Kate Lohan. Well, we will have to have you back on to talk about Lindsay, because I know we did not talk about the Lindsay of it all.
I thought about bringing her up, but I was like, I talk about her enough. I give her enough platform.
I don't know if we do.
I do personally in my daily life.
You do personally?
Yeah.
I'm living for the Lohan-assance. Like, I'm here for the Lohan-assance.
Like, sure.
It is like...
I'm waiting to be contacted by her team.
Yes. Necessary. Lohan team.
Like the Freaky Friday press tour.
Come yes, come on. Get you on that tour.
Get me on that press tour.
That is Dana Lohan.
Dina
Lohan.
Mother.
Give us a call. Subscribe to the pod.
You can find me at Dina Lohan.
These outros are so unhinged. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye.